Yeah, bro, I swear, I just seen the camera crew and you're gonna catch moments with me. I'm gonna just say some shit. But yeah, bro, and I told her in Spanish because she's Cuban. I was like, let me know when the OnlyFans is ready.
You speak fluently?
Nah, I speak a little bit.
Conversationally?
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're here today. Something a little different. I've never done this for real. We're just gonna have a conversation. I'm hesitant to call it a podcast right now because I feel like when I do podcasts, I want to get like everything rolling perfect. So we're just gonna call this a conversation. We're here with my boy Roland. Good to see you again.
It's been a little minute.
Yo, so let people know how we know each other.
We know each other for, I don't know, at least 10 years now through Beacon High School. So it's kind of an infamous place in New York City. If you know, you know.
Yep.
I'll leave it at that.
So the reason we're here today, and I'll put the screenshot up on the screen, but pretty much you DM me on Instagram.
Yeah.
And let me just read the message. I don't want to misquote.
Nah, that's fine. And basically what I was saying is that I see you going hard and I'm proud of you.
Thank you, brother.
But yeah, I said more than that.
No, but so you like, let's talk about content. And
yeah.
I'm like, I'm all ears. You're like, as you said, you're the one that takes it seriously. And then we spoke on the phone a little bit after. I didn't want to go too much into the conversation because I wanted to like keep it for this.
Yeah.
But
it made more sense to make it something that we could share with everybody and not just have between ourselves.
Yeah. So let's focus on let's not focus on the hating part. We're gonna get there. But let's
the haters.
Yeah. So
we're gonna leave them till the end.
Yeah, we're gonna leave them for a little bit. So what we talked about on the phone was like, yo, like I want to do content and it's been like too long. Like, I've been thinking about it for a long time and I haven't done it, and I'm reaching out to somebody that I see doing it.
Yeah.
So like I want to hear like talk about like why you haven't done it and like getting to the place of like, yo, like I've been putting this off for too long and like I got to jump in it.
Yeah, I mean, I think like I was in I was in environments where I really felt that it just felt like it was gonna click. Like, oh, this is the right place to make content. Like, for example, I was living in Miami for almost 2 years. And it just felt like, that's kind of a place right now for content. And I really just, I didn't have the motivation or that fire under my ass, really. Like there's no other way to put it. And sometimes like life needs to give you that belt to ass to make you really realize like, can I curse?
Yeah, you can curse.
Okay.
You can curse.
We'll keep it PG-13. Yeah, so that was really it.
So what was that belt to ass moment?
I think that, it's a gift to have negative experiences in life because they're really going to open your eyes and motivate you and guide you on a path where you really need to be. And for those who are faithful, where God needs you to be. And if I hadn't, for example, lost jobs, lost family members, I wouldn't, even sometimes have been close to losing my own life a few times. Thank God I'm still here. But yeah, it's those moments in life. And sometimes people don't have those moments. And so they kind of continue working their 9 to 5 and yeah.
So you basically just came to a point where it's like, yo, like, I don't have, like, I have to utilize my time here instead of just saying what I want to do, like, let me just do it.
And people always think they have more time. Trust me, you have less time than you think you have.
Yo, the time is flying. I literally, like, 3 months ago, it's December, 3rd right now? 3 months ago, I was like, yo, like, next week is Thanksgiving. Or like tomorrow's Thanksgiving, next week is Christmas, like literally, and that's how it feels.
And I'm a year older than you, so our class just had our 10-year high school reunion.
Did you go to it?
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't. I should have, but I didn't. Yeah, so that's a real eye opener too. When you have those milestone moments, I think, in addition to like the negativity or like those experiences that humble you or shape you in one way or another. It's that feeling of the passage of time will definitely get it to you. And another thing too, not only the passage of time, but I think a big thing is once you start to reach late 20s, you don't feel that you can take the risks that you could have when you were 21.
Yo, bro, that's big. Like there are some friends that I have that I know were very like ambitious during high school, during college or whatever. And then I see them like starting to like slip away.
Yeah.
And I hit them up sometimes. I'm like, yo, bro, like what happened to that brand? Like you were doing it. Like what happened to this? And I'm like, yo, I just want to let you know it's not too late. Like it's not too late. It's a possibility if the camera goes off. If it does,
okay.
I'm just gonna let it, because sometimes it just overheats. We'll just let it cool for a second. But yeah, it's not too late. Like late 20s, even early 30s. Like I saw something yesterday talking about how like most people who actually spend a lot of money are above 30. Most people who actually have a house are above 30. Most people, and then like as young 20-year-olds or mid 20s, we're like, shit, we gotta have it all figured out. And it's like, especially as men though, we don't even reach our prime until like early 30s. True. And it's like we be thinking, but at the same time, we don't have all that time. So it's like we gotta, I don't know, it's like a paradox, but we gotta
for me it's like you should take the risk earlier, because you can't you can't take that risk when you're 30. You might have a child on the way or have a family potentially. You might have, ill or aging parents at that point.
Yeah.
Life becomes a lot harder. You don't really have the ability to take those risks as much.
Everyone who has something they want to do, I always tell them pursue it early, pursue it every day, relentlessly. And another thing I wanted to go into was like the importance of a personal brand, because that's something that we talk about.
Yes.
So getting into the personal brand, before we do that, let's go back to high school, right? I'll do you and you do me, pause. Describe what I was like in high school. From your recollection. You could be as mean, blunt, rude. It isn't like, just honest.
I mean, I think a lot of kids, myself included, were attracted to like a street lifestyle. I think that always appeals, and even more so nowadays. I think more than ever that appeals to 15-year-olds, however, 16-year-olds, whatever age you might be, high school age. But I think you were a good kid overall. I don't like our school in general. There were not too many like kids who were really off the wall. But definitely also like.
All right, so we're back. Camera malfunction, but we back. We're gonna try to keep it going as long as we can. But yeah, we were talking about personal brand. So let me go with you. What you were in high school. So to sum it up,
I was probably more memorable in high school. I was pretty crazy.
To sum it up for me.
Yeah.
What was it? Sum it up.
I think everybody, especially like if you weren't a white kid, like you were especially attracted to like that street lifestyle. But that's not to say the white kids weren't too. Like the white kids in our school sold the most drugs, to be honest.
So what do you? So I was good kid is what you're saying.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna say what I think who I was in high school was like, I wouldn't necessarily say I was popular. I wouldn't say that, but I would say I was like cool with everybody. I was like most people. I didn't really have no problems, but most people like you see me dap you up. Like there's people that keep to themselves. There's people that's like everyone knows. I feel like I was just people like, if you know me, we cool, and like that was pretty much that. But for you now. First of all, I want to say, first of all, pause, but you look good, pause. Like you're...
I'll take the compliment.
No, I'm saying like from what I remember you, like it looks like your face is more toned.
Yeah.
Low-key look like Aiden.
You
get that? You get that a lot?
You know what I get between Aiden Ross? I've gotten that before, and not Andrew Tate, his brother.
Tristan Tate?
I've gotten his brother a lot.
That's
like
so
random people. I would be like in a bar or something, and they'd be like, has anyone ever told you look like Tristan Tate?
I can see it.
And I'm just like, oh my God.
I can see it. So you were selling gas, right?
I don't know.
All right, word. Nah, but I met you through...
I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing.
I feel like listen, Beacon is notorious for kids getting, smacked and stuff. But
yeah.
I think I met you, or I got closer with you through the girl. Who I won't mention her name right now, but you know who I'm talking about. I'll start with an R.
I don't actually.
Damn. All right, I'm gonna have to just bleep it out. But
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, y'all were a thing?
We let's talk about that a little bit. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that a little bit. Yeah. So anyway,
Forgot that person existed.
damn.
That'd be happening, right?
It do be happening.
you
I was
forget-
gonna ask you, what your relationship was like nowadays, but
Yeah, non-existent.
So that's it'd be like that sometimes. So let me ask you. So like, what would you like your personal brand to be? What type of content do you want to do now? Because I think one thing about content, I think it really forces you to really question and answer who you are.
Yes.
And who you like want to target.
I love that you said that because I've never really put that into concrete thought itself, but it's true. Like to find content that you, I mean, you have to cater to an audience always, right? Like you're in the media business, you're in the entertainment business, so always keep your audience in mind. But at the same time,
But your audience is dictated by you.
yeah, and it's not always going to feel good if you're not enjoying what you're doing, at least to some extent, right? Because work is work, and work is not always fun. It's work. But
And I've been doing. Sorry to cut you off.
No.
Been doing content for a couple years now, and it's like the reaches. This is like a saying. The riches is in the niches, like the niches. So like, if you're trying to, and it's the same for brands, same for companies. If you're trying to hit everybody, good luck.
Yeah.
But if like this is my target audience, even like companies and brands that want to hit everybody, they still know they got to start.
They have their target demographic.
They have a core. So it's like, what would you say, or who are you trying to target? And if you don't know right now, that's fine.
I think I do know.
Is it comedy? Is it like, because we were talking about on the phone, like, like things that and that's another thing. Like, there's so much information that we know that if you like that people just don't.
Yeah.
And basic things too.
What's interesting is that despite information being so widely available nowadays with the internet, you would think that it would be easy to acquire knowledge, but for some reason, it's not. People are still in the dark on most things. So for my personal brand, I think that for anyone who's trying to get into content, this is my personal take. Do what obviously you enjoy to some extent. You mostly enjoy it. You can't, not everything's gonna be, like Kodak, like you say, yay, ice cream.
What?
You ever seen? He said, not every day gonna be yay, ice cream.
Just pray. Every day in life ain't supposed to be, oh, hooray, yay, ice cream. Life gonna keep life, homie. What? Pick your head up, stick your chest out, homie. That.
Cream.
I think I see that.
Yeah. So not every day gonna be peaches and cream, but at the same time, focus on what you know. So if you do have some specialization or strong knowledge in a certain area, this that or the third, you should leverage that. So for me personally, after high school, I worked on Wall Street for a little bit. I worked in the tech world at a big tech company. And now I've just been doing like independent consulting. So I think if you have some, knowledge that you can monetize, then that's a great avenue. And at the same time, that might not be for everybody, right? It really just depends what's right for you. You might want to just make people smile and laugh. So maybe just like the comedy or skit lane is for you when it comes to content.
So for you, you're thinking about teaching people something personal finance?
Yeah, I think for me, I would want to produce content that improves people's lives. So that's a big area is personal finance, especially in this day and age.
It has a really high like I think CPI. So
it's also a good niche for monetization. Yep. Yes, that is true.
Yeah. Everyone needs that, in a way.
And these days, it's harder than ever to get by. Like, it might even be worse than the recession nowadays, but it's kind of what they've been calling, not to get like super technical, but they call like a K-shaped economy. So K has one part going up and one part going down, which basically just means the economy is doing really well and people are doing really well financially in the upper echelon of our society. And then most people are not doing so well.
The rich get richer and then poor get poorer.
Yeah, so with that in mind, that's sort of an area where I personally would like to focus because I would like to have impact with my content.
Gotcha. So I see the symbol coming up, so it might go out again, but
Yeah.
until it goes out. Did you want to do street interviews? Like, are you gonna like ask people about their personal finance, or be like, do you have a 401k, or like, what's your best investment? That's a good question. What's your best investment?
Yeah. So that to answer your question, yes. But I think a big part that holds a lot of people up, myself included, is not having people around you who are as motivated as you are to do the thing, whatever that thing is. And there's certain types of content that you just can't do alone, frankly.
That's true.
Like the street interviews that you've done are
Bro,
challenging to do by yourself.
yeah, it's
not
way better with a
impossible.
cameraman. But man, I've been times where I just took my tripod out and I'm just, what's up?
Really?
Yeah.
And you just had it there sitting
Yeah.
on the street and you were like, fuck it, if someone comes.
And I was just like, yo,
They'll
like
take
some
that
people
shit.
walking by, go to high traffic areas, or like just place where people are walking by, Soho and stuff.
You weren't worried about someone snatching that?
Nah, hell no.
Run down on them?
Yeah, but it's also broad daylight Soho. I mean, like,
Yeah,
I'm
you're not doing
going to
it
the
on
hood.
3rd
Like,
Avenue.
I've done that in the hood too.
Yeah.
Low-key.
I seen you. You were on Fordham or something?
I did. I've done a couple Fordham ones. I've done like Uptown, but I didn't go to like Brownsville or anything. But like,
I feel
don't
like
know,
the place where that would happen is like where there's some
I
fiends.
feel, honestly, to be honest, I feel like people are more interested and would rather come up to you and ask you about it than to just take your camera. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's just my experience. I can't speak for anybody who's gotten their shit jacked. Sorry, RIP to your equipment. But yeah, that's never happened to me. So, but yeah, you could. It's possible. It's definitely better with movement. It's definitely better. Damn it. All right, so
Oh, we were talking about one of the biggest challenges when it comes to wanting to start to make content is not having the people around you that you need to have.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like for me personally, that's been a big challenge because
I can relate.
I think maybe I'm just the kind of person that I need a team. Like even in my career, like I've always excelled in a group and not myself.
Yeah.
So if you're that kind of person, then it's a challenge for
Yeah.
sure.
No, I think, I mean, anything, it's you're gonna go further with a team.
Yeah.
But
It's always better to not go it alone.
yeah, but at the same time, like
It holds you back.
I was gonna say, I feel like if you're very, very steadfast and you just do it, then people are gonna notice, and then the people that should be a part of it or want to be a part of it, they're just gonna come. Like all of this. Like if I wasn't just doing it, you would have never known to hit me to be like, yo, let's do something, or like, you know?
Yeah, we wouldn't be having this
We wouldn't be
conversation.
having this conversation. So at the same time, it's like, if you want to do something, just go after it. As you said, we don't have time to wait on people. We don't, it's our life, at the end of the day. If someone else wants to spend their life, with their hands in their palm, in their dick, I don't know what I'm saying.
I know what you mean.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If someone wants to spend their life just goofing around, and you don't. So it's like, get to it. And it's so funny because those same people that were goofing around when you were asking them like, yo, you want to do something, you want to shoot, like you want to record, you want to do something, they're the ones going to be like, yo, I'm so proud of you when you start doing it. Or they're going to be the ones to be like, yo, I remember when we were talking about it and now you're doing it. I'm proud of you. Stuff like that. So
Yeah.
And it's cool because you can be an inspiration, because the thing is, another thing I want to get into is like, you don't know who's watching. You never know who's watching.
Yeah.
And and the messages, go back to the message. You said, low key, I know some people from high school who be hating on you. So we got 2 ways to go about this.
You need names?
All right, we could do names, and we could either bleep them out or we can keep them in. Me personally, IDGAF.
Yeah,
So,
no, it doesn't matter. That's all nonsense. It's water under the bridge.
and I'm not like I literally laughed at the message. Like I didn't even address it because I wanted to. I'm just doing it more so for the content. Like let's just address it though, because I mean I have this line in my song. It's like, I ain't worried about those throwing shade because I know they ain't got no shine. So it's like, if you got time to hate on me, what are you doing? You literally giving me your energy. Like you're literally, it's so funny. I remember one time I posted a TikTok, and what it was like a snippet to one of my songs.
Yeah.
But I remember like as soon as the song was about to drop, I like cut it off. So I was like the video's out now, like which a lot of people do, like snippet, right?
Yeah.
And
like cut to black.
yeah, exactly. And then the person was like, yo, you should have just put the video, like, I'm not gonna go to your YouTube. And I was like, okay, well, thanks Anyway.
If it was Drake, you would have went to go to YouTube and searched up that video.
But anyway, and then they were like being like, yo, it's 2025, nobody doing all that, bro. And I was like, that's cool, but thanks for the engagement. And it's so funny because once they realized that their comments was pushing my shit out to the algorithms, they literally deleted their comment. It's so funny, bro. I swear, I can't make this shit up. It's so funny. But so yeah, back to the names, or if you know, however, I don't like, you know, I'm not finna.
I'll tell you off camera.
Okay. You don't. Damn.
It's not that serious.
No, it's not. But okay, it's cool. All right.
That's some hoe shit.
No. I'll bleep out the names then. I'll bleep out the names.
Oh, this kid.
Okay.
I can't think of anyone else right now.
But he's doing content, and I thought I saw him doing content, and I thought seeing him do well. That's weird.
Throwing shade because they ain't got no shine, gang.
That's so weird. But that's what I'm saying is like I thought he was doing something, so that's weird. And I wasn't even like really cool with him or like not cool with him. So it's like I don't know.
People be chronically online too.
That's true. Hey, it is what it is, bro. And the thing is, it's like yo, as like the talking, the engagement that literally pushes you out more. If people want to talk badly about me, guess what? Now I'm in your head and someone else's head. Like. You know what I mean? And the thing is too, it's like literally marketing. Like the thing about marketing is like, what I do nowadays is I pay attention to how I become aware of people or things. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I saw this guy on this page, or I saw this guy on that page, or even why I'm interested in, and that's the content.
Or why did this grab my attention?
Yeah, exactly. Why does it grab my attention? Because now I can figure out like how do I grab people's attention, or what do I want to.
That's one of the most important things too. Is transforming yourself from a consumer of content to an analyzer of content, I think, and then becoming a producer. Yeah. And one of the biggest assets you can have is being able to digest like what exactly about this content is engaging that is making it successful.
Exactly. And I think to talk about this one, it's like a lot of people like we're in the attention economy. If you can draw attention, you can do anything. Like literally, you can do anything.
Yes,
like,
something I want to talk about that a lot of people are drawing parallels to is we used to have like a petroleum or oil-based economy, and then as like data became a thing, people were saying that data is the new oil, and then now it's kind of become engagement or attention. Like attention.
I don't know exactly where we cut off. Camera's tripping, but I was gonna say like the way you explain things, I can already see the personal finance, like the lens that you have on the world. It's like from that financial perspective, it's from like the economic perspective, capitalistic perspective, and I think that could be really useful for a lot of people, bro. To be honest, and I think once you have the like who I'm trying to target, what I want to tell them, or what I can teach them, or how I can entertain them, you're golden. Like it's literally just to do it. Like the hardest part is figuring that out, like your formula. And then once you figure that out, there's 1,000 ways to do it. You know what I mean?
And you know what I think is also like a twist on that too is you should find your thing, your lane, whatever it is that performs well and boosts you, like in terms of like actually makes you happy and you get pleasure and enjoy what you're doing. What I'm trying to say is you don't really need to overcomplicate it either, I think. And the more that you kind of become an analyzer and less of a consumer of content where you're just scrolling mindlessly and you're really giving it a little more attention and thought as to what you're viewing. You start to realize like people go viral for stupid, dumb things, and then what you do with that after is up to you. So that's what's so interesting nowadays with the algorithms. Is if you have something that performs well, and you
what stupid and dumb thing would you do to get in the algorithm? Because I'm a victim to this too. Because it's like, sometimes it's like, yo, and this is something that I actually battle with internally. Is like how I truly feel sometimes, or how I truly am, is not how I am on camera, and that's okay. And I think that's true for most content creators. I feel like off camera they're a little bit different. I've met like a couple that's like Ron Suno, he's like literally the exact same person on and off camera.
I can see that.
Yeah. But pretty much it's like you have this personality on camera, whether it's a little bit more exaggerated. Like let's say Kai, like he's not doing the sticking his tongue out. Like there's exaggerated things that
he's
you do
over the top with it.
Yeah. And most content creators are, even when they're like YouTube videos, they're like, hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like most people don't talk like that.
Yeah.
But and I've seen myself be like, yo, like this person's trash for knowing that it's gonna grab the attention. But at the same time, this is someone that I love. Like this is someone that I listen to a lot.
And you kind of judge them for behaving that way.
Yeah.
But
not even I judge them, but my thing is like people are gonna judge me for how I'm behaving. And it's like,
yeah, that's kind of what
it's like
I'm
you don't even know
at.
the real me. You like, I had this line in the song, I don't think it came out, but it's like, you see what I allow. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's it.
Yeah, it's true.
and they judge
You
off
see
that.
what I allow.
You see what I allow. And you don't even know me for real. And people, I've met people and they're like, yo, you're different off camera. Like, you're more chill. Like, you know. And it's something that like, I think as a content creator, you just got to be aware of. And I don't know, you might like have that down the line of like, oh, this is how I am on camera, this is how I am off camera, and it's way different. Or
I'm curious. I'm curious
to
see
see how it's gonna come about. And I'm looking forward to your content journey, man.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, I'm trying to find it within me to stay focused, because as we're talking here and you know, have a good understanding about what exactly goes into making this a career or something that is like a pillar of your life, like financially, you know, whatever it is. Even though we have all this context, I still find myself struggling to stay motivated.
But yeah, it's tough being like, but as I said, you just got to do it. And then the people that want to be a part of it, take note, you know, hopefully they don't reach out too early.
Yeah.
I mean, too late. But at the end of the day, everyone, even celebrities, whoever, we all need people. You know what I mean? We all need help, and everything counts. Everyone matters, and that's another thing you figure out in content. It's like the people that might support you, like it might not be your family, your friends. Like that just might not be the target. They might see it, and maybe it might spread a little bit, but your target is really what's going to carry.
I love this topic because I'm going through this right now, actually, like in my personal relationships, where a lot of your friends who you've known for such a long time and, you know, have always had your back in certain ways or another, you start to realize that as you have clarity on your goals and your future and your vision, your friends from the past are not aligned with your vision.
100%.
And sometimes, you know, you could say it's God, you could say it's fate, whatever you believe, but those things are removed for your life for a good reason. And it does not feel that way initially, but I'm starting to realize that.
So before we get into, I don't really want to, so I want to ask you though, like, so you mentioned you being in Miami, right?
Yeah.
So what was the move there from New York, and then what was coming back? Like the reasoning and also like lifestyle.
I think so. I think you get a lot more for your money down there.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
It's open secret, but it's true. New York is a freaking ripoff.
Yeah.
I think I don't like the cold, so there's that. But then also just the environment was more conducive. I think that I was like meeting people in my building, for example, who mostly everybody down there has kind of an alternative lifestyle, especially if you live like downtown Miami or Brickell, like if you live in the mix down there. So that was attractive to me as well. Just being out there to network and meet interesting people. And it doesn't really feel like you can do that as easily in New York from my perspective.
Yeah.
Maybe it's closer to LA in that respect, Miami, where like people are more receptive to like collabing and they're just like more friendly and open. I think
people are like clicked up in New York and stuff.
Yeah.
It can get a little grimy, so it's like you gotta watch it.
And yeah, just people's mentality is very different here. Yeah. People are very like a fuck you mentality in New York. And honestly, I'm starting to realize that that's something that's even like permeated my soul. So you kind of have to remind yourself to be like,
that's another thing. That's something that
let me step away for a little bit. And also the final thing that I'll say is like I've lived here my whole life, so I wanted to change the scenery too.
And why you came back then? If you sounded like you like it.
Yeah, like family reasons mostly. I had my father pass away, so
I'm sorry to hear that.
yeah, that was the main reason why I came back.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
but I'm planning to go back. So
Gotcha.
yeah, next year, 2026.
Sounds good, bro. Yeah, Miami's a vibe. I was gonna say, what was I gonna say?
So something I did want to talk about during this conversation is, I keep telling people this as I'm trying to build my team and figure out like who wants to be a part of whatever it is I end up doing. And I keep, like, we've got someone off camera here, a friend, that I told this, and I've told Zashay this as well, that there's a song called Spaceship by Kanye West, 5 beats a day for 3 summers. And I think, like, not to use him as like a pedestal of like, somebody who went from nothing to something, but truly I think he's a good example, because if you look at his work ethic back at that time, 20 years ago, and even now, even though he's a little manic now, I mean, if you like have listened to Through the Wire, for example, it's a 9-minute song, straight bars, and his mouth is wired shut. Like, there was no way he wasn't gonna win.
Like work ethic
with that work ethic and that intrinsic talent, like probably one of the most talented sampler beat makers ever when it comes to like sampling records and not just producing from scratch.
So what are you gonna do 5 times a day for 3 years straight?
So that's kind of my point, and I use it as a metaphor more so than literally like you have to do this 5 times a day for 3 years. And really I see it as being a metaphor for that constant that constant effort, no matter what, because one of the biggest things that I struggle with, and many people struggle with, is it might even be human nature. I'm not a psychologist, but if you're not getting feedback from effort, it's very easy to lose your way. So it's like when you go to school, you study for that test, you get your score, you kind of know, you have a gauge of how, like, this is where I'm at, this is how I can improve for the future. But when you are sort of like kicked out the nest, like life kicks you out the nest, so to speak, you're not in school anymore, and you're trying to pursue something outside of a job, there is no blueprint for that. There is no guidance. And so that makes it really challenging.
Okay. Well, I went to the #1 entrepreneurship school in the country, right, undergraduate, but
which is Babson, yes.
So the thing is with entrepreneurship is like,
Omari went to Babson too. You know Omari.
Yeah, we got real close at Babson.
Yeah, that's somebody who we should. I've spoken to him recently, and we should definitely include him.
For sure, he's a
good dude,
bro. That's literally my brother. Like, really.
And very intelligent too.
Yeah, he's a great guy, but I lost my point. Point is that I don't know. Point is, I don't know. So the entrepreneurship thing, bro. Number one thing is just start.
Babson,
literally just start. Like literally just start. Whether it's like
is that something that they sort of like?
Yes.
Tell me about like what is the #1 entrepreneurship school in the country's approach to entrepreneurship
starting
and creating content is entrepreneurship. So yes,
like literally starting, like not thinking about the branding too hard, not thinking about it's literally just like.
Get an MVP, like they say, like a minimum viable. So basically, what does the #1 entrepreneurship school teach you? Is like about entrepreneurship.
Start. Start. Like nowadays, everyone wants to be like, yo, I got to get my logo. I got to get my my Instagram page.
My LLC needs to be formulated.
No, it doesn't. At all. At all. Like literally just do the thing, and then everything is gonna come. Like, as I said, when you start, people are going to be like, oh, take note of that. Or then you're going to be in the mindset of like, all right, this is what I need to take it further. Even because you already started. You know what I mean?
I think that's a really interesting perspective to have on entrepreneurship, is that it's not so much like a box to tick. I see it as more of like a growth process. Like 100%. you live and grow that shit. Because real shit, if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, in the beginning, almost always, when you think about like some of the most successful and well-known entrepreneurs, like they're sleeping under the desk at work.
Sacrifice everything.
Yeah, and sometimes, you know, I'm not saying that you have to take it to that point of like unhealthiness, but at the same time, there is you need a strong degree of obsession with what you're doing to succeed. So like
delusion also almost.
Sometimes, yeah, like something for me personally, something that I really enjoyed to doing is making music, and that's one thing that I'm like obsessive about. Like when I get on that laptop,
Lock in.
6 hours pass, and I'm like, oh shit, it's dark.
Literally,
It's dark outside now.
That's me last night, and I'm like, it's morning.
Yeah, so sometimes it's not always about like willpower and forcing yourself. Sometimes it is about finding that thing that like you can do for 6 hours straight and you don't feel drained by it.
Yep.
Like I could sit at that laptop for 6 hours and be like, yeah, I need to like keep working on this snare, or like let me just make another beat.
Yep.
Like,
100%. What were we talking about when it was gonna go off?
about Babson and entrepreneurship.
No, but then we go into another point. Whatever. It's about to go off again. I'm done. Cut the cameras. Let's end it. All right, so I'm not exactly sure where we left off at, but one thing I want to say is like
starting,
but also I kind of spoke about it earlier, but like understanding yourself, because I feel like when you understand yourself, you understand, as you talk about, human nature, and then you understand other people and how they work. Like really taking time. Something I had to do is like really take time to sit with myself and like think about my thoughts. Like, why am I thinking about this person? What did they do to make me feel this way? Why do I feel this way? You know what I mean? And like,
they call it
what am I
like
interested in?
Introspection.
Introspection. And like, what am I interested in and why? Is it? I mean, wouldn't you realize it's like, yo, we're so sensitive, like as animals, as people, as humans. Like anything that I say is gonna cause something happen to you. Like, if I say pickles, you're thinking about something now. Like you got an image in your head.
Yeah, I just thought of it.
You're like literally.
Yeah,
exactly. And it's like,
it's true. Sometimes there's like energy and thoughts that you feed off other people's like subconsciously. I think there's a lot of stimulus that you receive in life. I guess that's kind of what you're saying, that is like subconscious. And stimulus could
and you have to be conscious about it, and that makes you more of an aware person, but also like,
and it makes you more well equipped as a content creator.
100%.
Like
100%.
You can't, without that kind of introspection and analysis internally, but also externally, you will struggle to develop strategy, I think.
Yeah, and identity too. This shit's about to go off, but then I want to go into the topic you're talking about, like your parents and like
school and not taking enough risk.
Yeah, because
yeah.
Let me ask. All right, so let me put it like this: what would you have done differently if you had your brain now, when we were at Beacon?
I think that was one of my biggest regrets, was not doing better in school, because I won't say that I would be farther ahead in life, but I would have gained a lot of like really good experience and knowledge if I were in a better institution than fucking
100%.
Baruch. Like 100%. If I was in Babson, like who knows where I would be, you know?
Damn, I don't even know where we left off. This shit blowing mine at this point. We're gonna finish it off, but boy, let me just say, first of all, thank you for doing this, because it's yo, bro, it could be a hard road. Like it could be a hard road. Like no matter what you're doing, like when you try to do something and like it's not popping off how you might think, or even if it is, like still, even just the mentality of like, all right, what's next? Like there's a lot of mental tax that goes onto like content creation and shit like that, or even just pursuing whatever you want to pursue.
Sometimes that self-doubt follows you like a dark cloud. You know what I mean? Like you ever seen the cartoons where they have the rain cloud over their head? Sometimes, like I'm not trying to be dramatic, but like sometimes it really do be like that. Like
facts.
Like that shit weighs on your whole soul sometimes, because there's so much ambiguity, uncertainty. Like
and
what I was
talking about. How to beat that? Just do it. Like literally just have to do it. And things like this will come about because, bro, like just as much as you want to do something or whatever, like we're aligned in this because like, yo, this is even just that message of like, yo, like, you know, people are noticing or you're doing it, like, bro, like that pushes me. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, now not only do I get to catch up with an old friend of mine, and not only can we make some content, but it's like another validation of like, yo, you're doing something. Even as we were talking about a little when it went off camera, but it's like anything you do, there's inspiration in it, or anything that you see, whatever. We're so sensitive. It's like you might not realize your impact, but it's like, yo, bro, people look on a video, I might have 100 views. That's 3 classrooms. You know what I'm saying? People don't even think about it like that. Imagine 3 classrooms of people just sitting down watching your shit. 250 views. That's a movie.
You want to know something funny? We were talking about this off camera. How I always wanted to make YouTube videos since I was in 5th grade.
Yeah.
And what's so funny is I probably only posted 5, 6, 7, maybe 10 max videos. Probably less than 10 within a year or 2 span. Probably 2 years. And my 2nd or 3rd video went viral in 2010, like 2010 viral. We're talking this shit got 150,000 views in 2010 for like the dumbest video of a 5th grader. I was in 5th grade at the time. And like that made me realize even back then, 15 years ago now.
There's an audience for everything.
Yeah, and what was so funny is all the comments were like, they're so stupid, like this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
And that boosted your shit more.
It boosted it crazy. Like all the comments were like, this is so stupid, like this is the dumbest thing I ever seen. And then somehow, like it got to the point where I was able to monetize my YouTube account, but wasn't old enough to monetize it because I was 15 years old.
That's crazy.
And like back then it was I guess it was maybe easier to monetize, but the audience was much lower. Like now we probably have, I don't know, 10 million new YouTube videos uploaded every day. Maybe back then it was 10,000 every day. So it's like huge mismatch.
So the camera about to cut off and I'm kind of getting tired of that shit. So I want to say thank you again for doing this, pushing me. And then, maybe we can make it a regular thing. Maybe we can do some more for sure. But I'm looking forward. I'm excited to see what you do with your content.
Thank you, bro.
And
likewise.
Yeah, man. I do have a gift for you.
Word?
Just something small. Bro.
I want to close off on an interesting story I had.
All right.
I had experienced too. So on this, we keep talking about just do it and stay dedicated even when you're not getting that feedback or that positive feedback.
Right.
Oh, I got a bracelet. Let's go.
You get a band, bro. I don't have any. Like, just choose one.
I like the gray and the black. Right, Thank you, bro.
Nah, for sure. I always give like people that I have that like PierTalk experience with one of the bands so that you know.
That's
like,
fire.
To commemorate that, Because this is you know what I'm saying, like I appreciate this a lot. I'm sorry if I cut off your story.
Oh no, it's okay. So we keep talking about just do it before you're ready kind of thing. And stay dedicated even when you don't get that positive feedback. Let me not rattle this. Oh, I was gonna tell my story. We were gonna talk about, I think we could save it for another time, but listen to your parents, but also trust yourself. I think is the topic that we'll save for another time. But the story I wanted to tell was, so I'm sitting in the airport in Hawaii looking at my crypto charts. An older gentleman next to me starts talking to me, and we start talking about trading, and he trades futures. I was trading crypto at the time, and he ends up telling me that he used to work on Wall Street in sort of the Wolf of Wall Street era where it was very cutthroat. You're selling kind of like snake oil, they say, is kind of the term for it. So you're selling like kind of bullshit financial products and like worthless stocks. And he just felt it didn't sit right with his soul, even though the money was good. And so he actually went on a journey of soul searching, and he sought out spirituality. So he went into like Hinduism a little bit, and then he actually trained, I believe, for 10 years in a Zen Buddhist temple in Japan. He moved to Japan and lived in this temple for 10 years. And just in having this conversation with him, he actually invited me because I happened to be on my way to Japan just coincidentally.
Wow.
Yeah, and so he was like, you can visit my Zen master. And I was like, you know what? I don't know this guy, and I don't really know anything about this religion or this like this school of thought, I guess, because it's more of like a school of thought than a religion versus other religions. And I just went. And then one of the things that stuck with me, so in Zen, you basically just sit. You've seen people meditate.
Yeah.
And so I've never meditated before, but I just went off the strength, and I was like, let me just try this. And the first time I did, I meditated for 45 minutes in like the most like strict sort of like setting possible. And that pressure helped, but I think it was very strange to have that experience. And then afterward, one of the things that stuck with me, which is why I'm telling this story, is because he said I was like the Bodhidharma, which basically means he is the founder of Zen Buddhism. And for anyone who's interested in this, I encourage you to look it up. And he said, I came like Bodhidharma did. He didn't know anything about Zen Buddhism. He didn't know anything about meditation. He didn't even know where he was going. And he came from the Middle East to the East, the Far East, like Japan and Asia. And he just came and did. And what really stuck with me is this Zen Buddhist monk, 80-year-old guy, literally the most strongest mental fortitude you can imagine, said, I see him in you, but don't let that define you. And that really stuck with me. He was like, I see Bodhidharma in you. I see that take a step before you're ready in you. And you came here off the strength. You know, none of us, you know nothing about what we do here, and you just did it. And that mentality, and then his recognition sort of solidified it for me. So yeah, be like Bodhidharma. Go before you are ready.
Yes, and you'll get ready in that process. So I think that was a great episode, man. Let's clap it up, man. W first conversation. Thank you, Rowan, again. Hopefully we do this again for sure.
Yeah, we definitely will.
Yeah, this is a vibe, and hope y'all enjoyed. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, everything. Let me know what y'all favorite part was. Let me know if we should do another part too. And yeah, thank y'all for watching.
Let us know if we dropped any gems or not.
Facts. All right, we out. W.
That was fire.